Top 10 reasons to continually gather and organize materials. Now, number one is obviously, it helps your story. It having more memories that they're in you, but you need to somehow bring them forward because sometimes they're so buried that you would never just automatically remember them. Sometimes you have to have something trigger it. And triggers are not bad things. A lot of people associate the word trigger with negativity. It could be negative, but triggers are also just really great ways of, that seeing a great photo triggers a positive memory of a time that you had before. Number two, easy access. And that's obvious. But basically, if you get your stuff organized, and it doesn't have to all be in front of you, but if you have it on like an Excel sheet or something like that, or even a notebook, and you have it all written down, being able to know the bunny rabbit picture, that's all you have to do, and just know where you can get your hands on that bunny rabbit picture. But once you've seen it again in recent times, even just having it written down and remembering, then you may not have to go look at the picture again. But the easy access will save you a lot of headache and time. Number three, inspiration. There's so many things that you're gonna see in photo albums and letters and your diaries that you don't remember at all. And it's the just being able to bring it back to your memory is going to just blow up your potential storylines. Number four, historical accuracy. Now, I promise you, even your best memories are often you reminding yourself of what you remembered rather than actually remembering that time way, way, way long ago. So it's when we go back and we look at the pictures again, and then we remember how we felt, and then you forget it again until you pick up the photo album again. And time will change things in your mind if you're just remembering what you've remembered, if that makes sense. But when you actually have the photos in front of you, sometimes they'll have a date on the back of it, or if not, you can look at yourself and know, okay, there is no way I was 6 years old. I must have been like 3 or 4 then. So then that brings in the historical accuracy to your memories, because you will forget some of the details. Number five, contextual clarity. Now, what I mean by that is, like the materials like letters and photos, they provide context to your memoir. It's very, very helpful. Number six, emotional depth. So certain objects or images may evoke strong emotions. When I call it triggering, that enhances your storytelling. So if you feel it again, and not just remember it, but if you allow yourself to feel it again, it will actually come through in your words how you feel. And that's what's important, because you want to not just pour out knowledge, you want to share the emotions. Number seven, details. Materials can jog your memory, help you include essential details that you wouldn't have remembered already. Number eight, verification. Documents can confirm your memories and dates. I remember doing I couldn't remember what grade I was in, but I remembered doing this, I think it was a Christmas program at school, and I was in this long dress because when I was in kindergarten, I think it was kindergarten or first grade. And that year I had this little short pixie haircut, and the style was long dresses. And God help us. It's one of those things where I remembered being nervous and different things like that. But when I see this picture and I see the me who I used to be, and I'm like, man, I was an ugly kid. And then I'll be like, man, I was cute though. And then in the picture, I'm looking to the side because I think I must have been trying to find, looking through the audience, looking for your parents, usually is what, when little kids are doing that. But it's just like it brought all those memories back. And on the back of that image where my parents had it developed and printed, the whoever the developers, it had the date auto stamped. So it's not like anyone hand wrote it where it could be inaccurate, but it had the year of it. And I'm not going to say what year it was, but I think it was 70 something. But it was one of those things where all of a sudden I'm like, okay, that was definitely my first grade year, and I honestly, I just made that part up, but it was the ability to prove what grade I was in. Number 9, character development. Now, you may not realize because you're a character in your story, you don't think you need to develop your character unless you're changing yourself now or somehow falsifying something to make you more interesting. But that's not what character development means in a memoir. It really is just about opening up a little bit more for the reader to see and understand who you are and why you did the things you did. So in that, the eyes being over to the side, I could have shared in my character development that I was nervous and I was afraid that no one was going to show up for me. And how, gosh, you've seen the videos, right? Where little kids are desperately trying to find their parents and they look kind of broken. And then when they see them, all of a sudden, they just get excited and they're happy. And you can see just by looking at your face in the old pictures, maybe you were frumpy, maybe you're going through your angsty time, by looking at pictures again, you're able to know what was going on in that moment. And even if you're only, to the best of your recollection, reliving, then you can open that character, you, up a little bit and let your reader get to know you and how nervous you were. And then number 10, time management. Having a process that is organized instead of just crazy, willy-nilly, being organized every time is going to help you because you're able to focus your time not on going and finding things. When you've got the inspiration, you get the inspiration from the things that you've already accumulated. And in doing that, you're able to spend your focus time on actually writing your story. And that in itself is well worth going through the little bits of time where you're going to be doing the accumulation.